Hey cousins, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Chrissy Pips. Today is 101 Wednesday. Now in today's video, I'm going to give you guys my top 5 tips to help you become a consistently profitable trader. Especially if you're new to this space, I hope these tips help you out. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below if you have any favorites that you want to share with everybody here on the channel. Go ahead and share the video on social media if you think others can benefit from this content. And don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss out on what's next. Now, as always, cousins, if you're here, you're interested. So let's get into it. Okay, so I want to give you guys my 5 tips, but first, let me shout out a couple people, okay? Like, shout out to Jay's Life Out Loud. It's a YouTuber here on YouTube that did an interview with me recently, or actually I did an interview with him recently on his channel. If you guys want to catch that, I'll drop a card for that video right here. Go ahead, catch the video. If you're new to the space of cryptocurrency, foreign exchange, that's pretty much what we went over in that interview, and I hope that that material helps you out. So shout out to Jay's Life Out Loud. Okay, so the second thing that I want to shout out is the women of WeChat, right? If you guys have been catching the Facebook Lives on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, then you're familiar with the ladies that I hang out with, right? Shout out to Monda, because on the last or the second to last video, she did go ahead and mail the women of WeChat like gifts, okay? So shout out to Monda for the jewelry today, okay? Help me bring the whole outfit together. Thank you. So I'll also go ahead and put out a link to Mindful Latoya's YouTube channel, where all of the WeChat videos are stored and you can watch those replays if you don't get a chance to catch us live, okay? We give out lots of little gems just to kind of help you get acclimated, or at least become more familiar with what it is that we do. Now, okay, tip number 1, okay? My first tip of today is when you are getting into foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, or even binary options, I would tell you without a doubt, find a mentor, okay? Find someone in the space who already does what you want to do, who's already achieved the goals that you want to get to. And that, for me, because I have a mentor, like y'all know Curtis Cobain Branch is my mentor, right? Because of him and his mentorship, and I have a few other mentors as well, but because of me having mentors, it's made the transition from a 9-to-5 job to being a full-time trader. It's made it easy, okay? For lack of a better term, right? It's made it very easy for me. And I am extremely appreciative that I have the ability to pick up the phone and call my mentors, send them a text, send them an email, send them a Facebook message, right? Outside of just the lessons and everything that we go through when we're doing our class time. So the first tip that I have for you is to get a mentor. If you are new, find someone doing what you want to do, and find someone doing what you want to do well, and get like piggyback, ask them for their mentorship. You would be surprised how many people are willing to share this information. Like the trading space is a very different space than what a lot of people are used to. You're in groups, like our team has probably 80 people on it right now, and our team is inside of like a bigger trade house of, I think, 7,500 people, right? And you see those big numbers and you think that everybody's out like just doing their own thing. But I can literally drop a question in our chat and one of the mentors reaches out, one of the like senior traders reaches out. Like, there are people on the team who've been trading for years beyond what I have been. And just being able to have that, just that part of the mentorship process. Like, we have a mastermind that's part of the mentorship. That is beautiful. And then when you think about trying to earn money and create your own economy, you think about a lot of the other industries where you see a little bit of greed. And in this space, there is no greed. I give out trades every single Monday on the Money Market Monday series, because if 1,000 of you guys take the same trade that I take on Monday, it's not going to stop me from making the money that I was going to make, because it's $7.3 trillion a day coming through this industry. So get yourself a mentor, a mentorship program. If you aren't able to find a mentor, the second tip that I have for you guys is to link up with some like-minded people and create a mastermind group. Okay? You would be so surprised at some of the ideas and just some of the aha moments that happen when you're discussing something in a group of like-minded people. Like, it kind of gives you that curve, that grading on the curve, that type thing that you need when you're learning something new. Like, you don't always have to learn the hard lessons yourself. You can learn through other people's experiences just by letting people know what you're going through and having them explain how they worked around it or how they got through it. But second tip is definitely to create a mastermind group. For a mastermind, you guys, you lead 2 people minimum in a mastermind group. Like, just 2 people thinking alike. Our group does have quite a few. I think the Zoom that we did Monday. The Zoom that we did on Monday night, if you were on my IG, you probably caught like my story. It had 65 people on there, and we were just like elated, learning things, sharing the information with new people. And that environment, you don't have a choice but to succeed in that type of environment. So put yourself in an environment that's going to foster success. Okay, so that is tip number 2, mastermind, right? Now, tip number 3, outside of yourself, outside of other people and bringing them in, the number one thing that you can do to get everything down, like the thing that I did that helped me out most, like outside of the mentorship, outside of my group, outside of the mastermind, was to get in the habit of writing things down. And I'm not talking about journaling so much as I'm talking about your trading strategy, right? Your entry and exit strategy, your steps, right? So I'll link the video that I gave you guys, my trading strategy too. I'll link that right here so that you guys can catch that. I will be updating that video because a few things have changed. But in that video, most of us use TradingView to mark up the charts, right? So there's a little spot where you can put text notes on the bottom. So in that video, I go through how to put in text notes for my pregame strategy. Yes, you need a pregame strategy. You need to make sure that your environment is the right environment for you to trade in. I prefer to trade after my son is in bed. I prefer to trade after I've eaten dinner. I prefer to trade with a little, I like lo-fi music. So I like to trade with lo-fi, like just playing in the background softly, right? So that's part of my pregame. I go through my checklist of confirmations when I'm getting into trades after I do my analysis. After that, I do show you guys what I do if I need to take a timeout in the market. If I lose 3 trades in a row, sometimes 2 trades in a row, I take a timeout in the market because there's something either in my analysis that I'm missing, or there's just something going on that's not allowing me to focus the way that I need to. So I do go through that as well. And then at the end of the week, after I've taken my trades and everything, I go through a follow-up with myself. After the whole week is over, what I do is I go through 12 different questions for myself. And I do it when I'm helping other people on the team too. So we'll go through, did you follow the steps that you wrote down that you said that you were going to follow? How were you feeling before you got into your trade? How are you feeling after? What was your diet like this week? Because diet and brain function actually go hand in hand. Like, it's very important for you to have a good diet. And did you exercise this week? Did you have any stressful events going on? And take things like that into consideration while you're on your journey, because it definitely helps you to narrow down those moments where you may not want to trade, right? You'll be more like, it'll be easier for you to identify the times that you should trade and the times that you just kind of want to trade, right? And there's definitely a difference. So tip number 3 is get used to journaling things and like holding yourself accountable, keeping track of your own progress. And like I said, I'll link the video where I go through my roadmap and I show you what I do and how to use that text note section at the bottom of TradingView, because that has come in handy so well. And outside of just the text note section, I actually do have a notebook where I write down all of my trades. I also like to journal my trades through TradingView, through the publish button. So that's in the video too. I'll find out what video that's in, or I'll just make a new one. But through that publish button, because I like to see market movement after I enter the trade, because I'm a very visual learner. So just writing things down doesn't always click well for me. So I'll take a screenshot, but I like to see the movement afterwards to confirm my analysis and things like that. So that, like I said, is tip number 3. Just get used to journaling and things like that. Now, tip number 4. I do not think that trading is a journey that I want to take, or that if you have a choice, I wouldn't take it alone, okay? And the reason why I say that is because tip number 4 is to get an accountability partner. Somebody who you share your strategy with, who you share your entries with, who is going to say, hey, did you follow the rules? It doesn't look like you did what you said you were going to do. Somebody who is going to give you that honest feedback and let you know, like, you said that you were going to go ahead and draw out trend lines before you entered every time. And I see on 2 of these trades, you didn't do it. So tip number 4 is definitely to find an accountability partner, because they're not there to criticize you. It's not about criticism or anything like that. It's about taking ownership and doing the things that you said that you're going to do. Okay. So tip number 4 is to get an accountability partner. Now, the 5th and final tip that I have that I think helped me like put everything together. Like, you know how there's always like the straw that broke the camel's back? Well, this was like the last brick in my mansion. Okay. The last brick. This is complete now, right? So Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, that book has some very significant points in it, and it's a psychology book about trading, right? So it doesn't go into entries and things like that. It goes into the whys and the hows and why you think the way that you do and how you can change your thought processes, because growing up and trying to be a part of society, we are not raised, or we're not taught, or most of us are not taught how to be successful in a trading environment. Like, we have good social skills and things like that because we can socialize our way through life, right? Like, it's not all about what you know, is who you know. Well, when you're a trader, it's not about who you know, it's what you know, right? So going through that book, it helped me to identify some of the things that I wasn't taught in the beginning, some of the things that I was taught that are counterproductive to being a successful trader. And it helped me to realize that just because I believed in specific stuff and I needed to change those beliefs, doesn't mean that the beliefs were wrong. It just means that they don't work here, right? Because like I said, we can socialize our way through life, but there's nobody to socialize with for real when you're on the charts. It's you and a whole bunch of candles moving. So Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, significant impact. It definitely helps you to, I'll say, pinpoint a strategy. When you guys get to the end of the book, you take the survey for the second time and you compare it against your first answers when you did it the first time. It's phenomenal to see the difference in how you responded in the beginning before you read the book and how you responded after you read that book. It's 2 totally different worlds. And for those of you who are on my team, for those of you who are part of the academy. For those of you who have ever been on Kurt's session and y'all have seen me talk about chapter 11 or tell people to do chapter 11, chapter 11 of that book is significant, okay? If you think that you have your strategy down, chapter 11 actually gives you a challenge to make sure that you have your strategy down, okay? So that book for me, that is tip number 5, is please, please, please go through, read it, listen to it. I actually broke the whole book down on the channel. I will link the playlist for Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas right here. Because I actually went through every chapter, broke down every chapter for everybody on the channel. So I'll link that up here just in case you don't want to read the book, because it is very long. But like, that book is a game changer. And a lot of the lessons that you learn in a lot of the trading books that we talk about, especially on my channel, how we go through Napoleon Hill's books, Think and Grow Rich, like favorite book, Outwitting the Devil, favorite book, right? Going through these books not only helps you to become a better trader, but it's self-development in general. It helps you to become a better you. And at the end of the day, I don't want anybody to grow to be a 6, 7, 8 figure trader and still have the mindset of somebody that is only making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. So self-development and that growth is a very, very important part of the process of becoming a consistent and successful foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, and binary options trader. Okay? But that is going to wrap up today's video. Like I said, I will go ahead and drop a link to the channel Jay's Life Out Loud and a link to Mindful Toya's channel. That way you guys can catch the interview that I did with Jay, and you can catch WeChat, all of those recordings with the Women of Enrichment. Okay, so I'll link that stuff below. Now, as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out on what's next, because listen, these Money Market Monday videos been hitting, okay? Profitable, okay? Go ahead and share the information on social media. If you think others can benefit from the information in my videos, I really appreciate the shares. I really appreciate like the support that I've been getting. You guys are phenomenal. The channel is growing. And oh my goodness, I think I almost forgot. So we hit 300 subscribers the other day this week. So shout out to all 300 subscribers to the channel. I love, 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 love you guys. Thank you. I almost forgot to tell y'all, like, we hit 300 subscribers. I don't want to leave that out. Like, you guys are the most important part of the channel, right? So shout out to all 300 of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting the channel. You guys are phenomenal. I love all my cousins, okay? But that's going to wrap us up for today. I'm happy. I love you guys. So listen, have an awesome and productive day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.